DJ Too Wavy on the beat, boy.
And we're back. Car Talk episode 2. Car Talk. I don't really know how I'm gonna listen. I'm not sure how I'm doing this yet, but it might be an intro before I just started talking, or who knows. But this is my second. My second Car Talk. First one was me, EJ Too Wavy, and my brother Superstar Real. And there's really no formula to how I'm doing these videos. I'm just talking about current events, I guess, current topics, things that have been on my mind. If y'all answer any of the polls on Instagram, let me know things that might be on your mind that I can give my take on. This is a all-inclusive type of content that I'm creating. So, all right. So the topic of today is artist block, or like creator's block, beat block. If you're any type of like creative person, I'm pretty sure you've encountered this. And I feel like I get beat, like making beats and stuff, I get beat blocked very often. And I think there's a lot of factors that play into that. I think like just outside experiences might have something to do with how creative you're feeling, how inspired you feel. And then also I think watching a lot of these videos where it's like super producers talking about, oh, when I was on the grind, I was working a 12-hour shift and producing 200 beats a day, and that's how I made it. That's not realistic. I know for a fact that is not realistic. And if you are making 200 beats a day, they're terrible. Majority of them have to be terrible, because there's no way. I struggle to make more than one. Like once I make one beat in the day, I'm like, all right, that's it. I gotta come back the next day. So I think all of that factors in to having creative block and like beat block and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't really know how to combat it or like how to prevent it. Well, like one thing actually that I personally could say about like making beats, I try to overcomplicate stuff. So if I just simplify things and like stop trying to like outdo myself from like the last beat I just made or the last song I might have made, I think I'd be better off just like with trying to make stuff more consistently. But that's really about it. I'm about to run into the back of me, but yeah, man, just like having creative block is kind of annoying, because you don't want to feel like you're not doing anything, or like, yeah, because once you start getting beat block or like any type of creator's block, you start doubting yourself, and then that leads to more beat block and creator's block. So I don't know, it's kind of a weird cycle that you end up going through until just randomly you wind up waking up. Like if you draw something crazy or make a crazy song or whatever. So I don't know if it's just like if it has to happen or if it's just happening to me or what, but I don't know. That's just something that's been on my mind lately, because it's happened a lot. So yeah, man. But in other news, this is something new I'm trying out. I got a GoPro, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna see how this turns out. Yeah, man. Also, these car talks are gonna be like, I'm gonna try to edit them as little as possible, so it's like nothing's really rehearsed. So if I say a lot, that's the reason why. But yeah, man, I didn't really have no direction for this video, just talking about creators blocking. I guess once I post this, drop something in the comments saying how you deal with creators block, or how you prevent it, or what you do to just stay creative. Or because I know like people, they always say like go do something that might inspire you, like go out for a walk and And I do that, like I ride motorcycles and all that stuff, so that's pretty inspiring. Like, it's different, it gets you out, you go see different places and all that stuff. But there's certain times where it's just like you're sitting at the computer and there's nothing popping up into your head. So I don't know. Also, I know like knowing stuff, like knowing more things about music or like whatever creative thing that you're doing, that'll help. Like if you have like for beats, if you know music theory and all that stuff, that'll help you, but only for so far. It's like you can know music theory, but if you don't know how to apply it, then it's like it's kind of pointless. And I feel like I'm in that weird stage where it's like I know music theory and I know the scales, I know the notes, all that stuff, how to build chords, but I have to develop more the creative side where it's just like I'm not as focused on the technical part, but I'm more focused on just playing what sounds good and what feels good, because that's really what matters. Nobody's sitting there. Majority of people that listen to your music aren't sitting there like, oh man, I like that perfect cadence that he just did right there. So, you know, it's all about being creative and just letting things flow. But yeah, man, beat block, creator's block is a real thing. It's something that I believe should be like, I think more like super producers should mention it more often, because they make it seem like they just like their whole life making beats. Nothing came out whacking. They never had like a 2-month period where it was like, yo, none of these beats sound good, so you just stop. Like most people, they'll tell you like take a break and everything and come back to it, but even then you could take a week break, take 2 weeks, and you'll come back and still feel the same way. So what are like these bigger producers and like more established producers, what do they do to like get out of that like that rut pretty much? And also something that contributes to my beat block, I take pride in playing like everything that I try not to use like any loops or anything. I don't know, a lot of people say like it's weird because like I don't mind sampling, but if I use a loop, I don't like doing that. So I don't know, I'd rather play my chords and then start layering stuff after that, almost like it's a composition instead of just taking a loop and throwing drums on it. So I guess that's each person's preference, but that's part of the reason why I get beat block a lot, because if I run out of ideas or like a melody in my head, like nothing's coming out, it's like I don't really want to resort to using a loop if I don't have to. But I know a lot of times for like if you're making beats for artists and all that stuff, they tell you to like if you're in the studio or something, like a lot of producers will say like, yo, you don't want to be sitting there like fumbling over the keyboard trying to think of a chord progression or a melody loop or something like that. So I'm starting to like lean more out of that, where it's like I'll use loops every once in a while just so I'll make something, because sometimes you just gotta make one thing, even though it might not be like a good beat or anything. You gotta make something, and then if you try and make a beat right after that, that'll be the beat where it's like, oh, that was fire. So, you know, it's a lot of, what's the word, intrinsic thoughts, I believe. I guess that's the word. A lot of things that like I sit there and think about, like, should I do this way or do it that way? You know, it's trial and error and all that stuff. It's not like there's really a school to teach you how to be creative. You can learn how to use a beat program, learn how to draw and all that stuff, but if the creativity isn't there, then there's nothing anybody or any school can really teach you. You gotta stumble across the creativity on your own and everything. So yeah, man, so this will be a short video. That's pretty much it. Be on the lookout for more car talk videos featuring me, EJ Wavy, me and my brother, Superstar Ro. And honestly, if you want to get in one of the car talk videos and you got a topic to talk about, hit me up, hit my comments, go to my Instagram. I don't use Twitter like that, but I guess Twitter, TikTok, my email. Just get in contact with me, and then listen, I'm open to having people in the car talk about topics, talk about what's on your mind. You know, music related, just like I don't even know, music related, pretty much anything. So, you know, just this is a open forum. This is an open platform for topics of any sorts. So make sure y'all follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna put it somewhere on the screen. At young_wavy_1. That's for my Instagram, my TikTok, my Twitter. And then if you're watching this on YouTube, you already know. But if you're not watching on YouTube, my YouTube channel is official EG2Wavy. E, the letter J, the number 2, WAVY. Official EG2Wavy. And yeah, man, that's it. Car Talk episode 2. And we out of here, man.